Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another renovating base game build. So yes, we're still working on my renovating base game save file, and this is actually only the second build that I'm posting for it. I think it was the second build that I did as well. I can't really remember because I did this build at I think the beginning of March or something. Not March, at the beginning of February. But yeah, so it has been quite a while. I'm a little bit late with sharing this, but yeah, we're building another build for my base game save, and I guess I should say renovating because we're not technically building it from scratch. But yeah, so we're renovating another build, and this time we're actually in Oasis Springs, and we're renovating the Agave Abode starter home in Oasis Springs. Now, Oasis Springs actually has two starter homes. It has this one, and then it has the Nukestone starter home that's kind of I guess two lots down from this one, and that one is a little bit more modern, mid-century vibes, whereas this one is, as you can see, a lot more Spanish Mediterranean style. So for this one, I actually decided that I wasn't going to leave it as a starter home. I didn't really see the need to have more than one starter home in each world, if I'm being completely honest, because personally I very rarely actually pay attention to starter home budgets. Usually I'll make a sim, and I'll make a sim and then I'll maybe use free real estate to just move them into their first house, and then I'll cheat their money down or something, and then I'll just have them work to pay their bills. Or I'll usually just, move them into a house, or move them into an empty lot, cheat them some money and move them into a build. That's a little bit more, I guess. Usually I don't move my sims into super expensive houses when I've just started playing with them. So I won't start a new game and then move a sim into a 150,000 simoleon family house, for example. But I'll move them into maybe a 40,000 home, or 40,000 simoleon, or maybe a 50,000 simoleon home, just to make it look like a starter. That's my whole thing, is I like my builds, especially even my starter builds. I like them, or cheaper builds, I like them to look like starter homes, but I don't usually like actually sticking to the starter home budgets, because for me the aesthetic is more important than the actual budget. So yeah, personally I don't really see a need to have more than one starter home in each world. So in Oasis Springs I'm actually going to be renovating the Nukestone starter and leaving that as a starter. Whereas this one, I actually decided to turn into a rental, because honestly I really like having a rental in Oasis Springs. I have a rental on this exact lot in my regular save file as well, that's already out, where I used a bunch of different packs and stuff like that. But I figured, having a rental in Oasis Springs, it's just a nice thing. It's a nice thing for your sims to do. It's nice to have them have this activity, because your sims can go and stay on a rental lot with just the base game. You don't need to have Outdoor Retreat or, Jungle Adventure or any of those other packs, because a rental lot is a base game lot. So just to have your sims have a kind of activity, or vacation activity to do, if you don't have Outdoor Retreat or Salvadorada or whatever, and you can't go to a destination world, I figured having a rental or a little vacation home in Oasis Springs is the next best thing in a way. So if your sims live in Willow Creek or Newcrest or whatever, and maybe you have seasons, so maybe it's super cold in those worlds, or something like that, and you want them to, I guess, enjoy some more summery weather, because usually Oasis Springs, even during the winter, is still pretty hot compared to the other base game worlds. But yeah, so if you wanted to have them have a little vacation away from home or whatever, then you have this lot. Now, you could easily turn this into an actual residential lot as well. Just switch the lot type and you'll be perfectly fine. But I did, obviously, because it is a rental, I didn't really pay attention to the budget. I tried not to go too overboard, because obviously your sims will have to rent it by the day, so that they pay rent per day. So I didn't want it to be like stupidly expensive. So at the end of the day, the lot price itself, like if you were to buy this as a residential, it ended up being 67,965 simoleons. So the rent, if you wanted to rent it, is 656 simoleons per day. So it's not too bad actually, because this actually has space for 4 sims. So there's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a nice little living space with a big TV, a nice sized kitchen, dining space. And then the bedrooms actually has, the one bedroom has a double bed, and then the other bedroom actually has twin single beds. So you could easily fit 4 sims. You also have a nice big bathroom as well. And then the biggest change, I think, from the original house is actually the fact that it now has a like proper backyard and like a pool and everything. So the original house was, I think, probably a fairly similar size. It also had 1 bedroom, not 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and 2 bedrooms, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so I kind of just flipped the living spaces around a bit. So the kitchen is where the living room used to be, and like vice versa. And yeah, so the living spaces is a little bit differently shaped, and like originally it was all just one big square and there was just nothing in it. So I made the living spaces a little bit bigger, not bigger, smaller. And the bedrooms, I think I made a little bit bigger and just changed the shape of the build a tiny bit, because the original build, like I said, was very square. It was literally like a square. So not very like appealing to look at. So I changed the shape of it a little bit. And then the original lot was also very like back to the, like on the back of the lot, if that makes sense. So there was like no space at the back. I think there was maybe like 1 or 2 tiles open from like the edge of the lot to where the house was. So for this one, I kind of like moved the whole thing forward. So the front yard is a lot smaller. There's basically nothing going on there apart from like the walkway, couple of like landscaping things. We do have a little porch as well that I actually put some stuff on. And yeah, so we have a little porch, but then at the back, we actually have a lot of open space now. So I decided to put in a pool, a nice grill area, some lounge chairs, you know, just stuff like that. Because I figured if this is a like rental space, having a pool would be very, very nice. And currently, speaking of a pool, currently it is somewhere where I live, in case you guys didn't know. But it is somewhere where I live right now, and I'm actually sat here in my room. I have the windows open, and this is why I mentioned this, because I do have my windows open. Usually I don't record with them open because a lot of the times my pets will make noise outside, or you know, we live right on a mountain, so we have like a bunch of wild like birds and stuff, like not guinea fowl, but like I don't know what they are technically, but like wild birds and stuff. And I think it's a partridge in English, I think. But anyway, they come and they scream at us because they want food and stuff like that. So usually it's very loud, so I don't tend to record with my windows open. But currently it's like 30 degrees Celsius, so it's very hot. I think 30 is 90 or 90 something in Fahrenheit. So it's very hot. My room is very hot. And I obviously can't have my fan on because that would make noise on the mic. So I have my windows open. And I'm kind of sat here like dying from the heat. So like basically just if you guys hear some weird noises in the back, or if my dog starts barking or whatever, then I do apologize. But yeah, I can't really help that. I'm recording this in the middle of the afternoon as well. So again, usually I don't record in the afternoon because there's a lot of noise and stuff like going on. So yeah, I just honestly, I'm just all over the place today. So yeah, we're just dealing with that. But yeah, speaking of the pool, I just thought that it would be nice to have a little like, it's not a super big pool or anything like that, but it's nice. Your Sims can swim, they can cool down. And just honestly, at the moment, I'm kind of jealous because we don't have a pool or aircon, and I'm kind of dying. So yeah, it's hot basically. It's hot. So yeah, moving on from that. But yeah, so moving on from that and talking a little bit more about like why I'm kind of all over the place. If you guys follow me over on Twitter, you already know this. If you're not interested in like real life updates, then just, I guess, skip ahead. I do have timestamps in the description if you want to skip ahead to like the screenshots or whatever, or mute me. That is totally fine. But basically, as a lot of you guys know, I am on ADHD medication, and over the weekend I was supposed to get my prescription filled to obviously get my meds for the month, and I was supposed to get them on Saturday, and the pharmacy just like ran out of them. Like they didn't have them in stock, so they were supposed to order them for me, and they were supposed to get them on Monday. And then, yeah, so basically I was without my meds for like Sunday and Monday. And basically they were supposed to get them on Monday. And when they couldn't even get my like proper like prescription, like the actual kind that I'm supposed to be using. So they had to like get in a generic version. And it was so annoying and so stressful, and honestly I hate when this happens, because with these meds they're very finicky and your reactions to them can be very like you can be very sensitive to these kinds of medication, and especially if you're like used to one kind and they like suddenly put you on another kind, then it's like your body has to adjust. And in the past I've had to use a generic version of the ones that I use, like the dosage and brand and whatever that I use. So I've had to use a generic version in the past, and that like turned out so horribly. Like I'm not gonna go too into detail, but basically it was horrible. Like the side effects and stuff for that mentally was really, really bad, and it actually kind of scared me. So like knowing that I need to use a generic version this month of my meds is kind of terrifying. I'm recording this on Wednesday afternoon, and I've been on these new meds since Tuesday, so since yesterday is when I actually got them. So not only was I completely without any of my meds for like 2 days, now I'm on a completely different kind, and it's been a lot. I haven't noticed any bad like side effects or whatever, and I'm kind of okay. I get a little bit shaky from these meds for some weird reason, and a little bit more scatterbrained than I usually would. But so far so good, and I'm really happy about that. But that's also kind of like why I'm doing this voiceover like 3 hours or like 2 hours before the video is supposed to go up. Usually these days I'm a little bit more ahead with videos, and I'm a little bit more like on top of everything, and I don't have to do stuff like last minute. But because of this whole like med issue and stress, and like it's so overwhelming when you have to like struggle with stuff like this. If you have ADHD or anything like that, and you've had to struggle with things like this in the past, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then I probably just sound like I'm whining about nothing. But honestly, if you've never gone through it, I kind of can't explain how stressful stuff like that is when it's something that you like really rely on to kind of just function, if that makes sense. But yeah, so usually I'm a little bit more on top of it, and I kind of like have my videos scheduled like a day or two in advance, and stuff like that. But with this, over the weekend, I could not get this video or any video done. I have a bunch of other videos recorded also for this renovating base game thing. So the next couple of videos will probably also be a lot of base game like videos. But yeah, so I could not get it done because I couldn't focus. And then Saturday I actually went and I got a couple of new tattoos as well. I posted pictures of that over on Twitter. But yeah, so I got some new tattoos. So Saturday was a great day actually. And then Sunday was actually my channel anniversary. So if you guys missed it, I actually put up a 5-year channel anniversary video on Sunday. That's actually a kind of like I said, celebration video, because I've been on YouTube for 5 years. This channel has existed for 5 years, and I decided that I'm doing a shell challenge. So we are doing a shell challenge, and there's more information about that in that video, which I will leave linked on the screen in the description, probably also in a pinned comment. But yeah, so I am doing a shell challenge. The shell challenge is running until March the 26th. So you guys basically still have like a whole month left. It's not a super big or complicated shell or anything like that, so you don't have to worry. But yeah, if you guys want to go ahead, participate in that, then yeah, all of that info is in like the shell like celebration video that I will leave linked, like I said. But I'm also doing a Q&A because I haven't done a Q&A in quite a while, and the channel has grown a lot since the last time I've done a Q&A. So I figured we'll do a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that about me, the channel, you know, anything, then feel free to leave them on that video in the comments, or I will also leave, I think I did a community tab post about this as well, which I will also leave linked down below in case you want to go ahead and leave your questions in the community tab. You can probably also just leave them on this video if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments. And then the last thing is something that I should probably mention as well, is I'm actually giving away 2 codes for 2 game packs. Now, I did get the codes, or I will be getting the codes from the EA Creator Network, so a huge thank you to them for that. But basically, I will have 2 winners, and each of those winners will be able to choose a game pack of their choice. So you can decide, you know, if you win, then you can choose, you know, any of the Sims 4 game packs, and I will get a code and I will send the code to you, and then you can redeem them through like Origin or the EA app. So yeah, unfortunately this is only PC and Mac, just because of how the consoles like work with location restrictions and stuff like that. It's very complicated. So yeah, we're unfortunately only doing it for PC and Mac. But yeah, if you want to stand a chance to win a game pack of your choice, then again, check out the video that I will leave linked in the description, and there's actually a giveaway like entry link in that video description. So I might as well just put the giveaway link in like a pinned comment as well. So yeah, if you want to go ahead, enter that. I will leave it linked in the pinned comment at the top of the comment section. If you want to go ahead, enter that giveaway. The giveaway is actually running until like Monday, so March 6th. Is when that giveaway will be closing. And yeah, feel free to go ahead, enter that, and stand a chance to win a game pack of your choice, which I'm really excited to be doing, because usually I already have like specific codes when I do giveaways. I don't usually do like of your choice kind of giveaways. So yeah, I would love to hear what your guys' favorite game packs are as well. So if you have a favorite game pack that you either already have or that you want or whatever, then leave those in the comments as well. I would love to hear what game packs are like your guys' favorites, because obviously I have my favorites, but yeah, I would love to hear from you about that. But yeah, we're almost to the end of the video, so I'm gonna start wrapping up this voiceover. Like I said, definitely check out the description and the pinned comment for all of those fun links, and let me know all of that stuff that I talked about. But yeah, we're wrapping up the video, so if you want to download this build, it is up on the gallery. My gallery ID is always in the description, and I'll leave a download link down there as well. And obviously this build is completely base game only, so you don't need to have any packs or anything like that to be able to download it. It's also completely custom content free as well. But I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, give the video a like, you know, hit the subscribe button, turn on notification bell, and all of that fun YouTube things. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.